What's up everyone, it's me, Tony, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you decided to click on this video because today I'm going to just talk about more about what I find interesting in the realm of fiction. Because as I'm sure you saw on the title, today I'm counting down my top 5 favorite fictional male characters. This is going to be like kind of a two-part video where I'll put my top 5 favorite female characters next week in a video, but today I'm doing the men. And just a little reminder, I do have a video on Friday since it's May, Fiction Friday, woohoo! Before I get started, I just want to say two things. The first being, this is just my opinion. I am in no way saying my opinion is the supreme opinion that needs to be accepted. These are just 5 characters that I personally have an attachment to, and I read them a certain way that might differ from your reading of them, and that's totally fine. The second thing being, I would have done 10, but truth be told, I can't think of 10 characters to put on a list, so 5 was good enough for me, and actually thinking of these 5 was actually already a challenge in and of itself. Let's just stop talking and let me just go ahead and get started with this list. Coming in at number 5 is the character Pudge from John Green's Looking for Alaska. This book changed my life. Like, I can't really say anything other than that. It was just spectacular to read. John Green's best work by far. And I will admit, Pudge as a character, not that interesting, not that deep. He's got that quirk where he likes to know the famous last words for people, but honestly, as a character, there's not a lot of depth to him. Yes, he's very upset over something that happens. If you haven't read this book, I won't spoil it for you. He gets very upset over something that happens, but as a character, I didn't find him that deep. But the reason why he's one of my favorite characters is because either it was just the way John Green designed the character or the way he wrote the book, or a combination of the two, but I felt like Pudge was just kind of my window into this whole realm, like into this whole story, not realm, excuse me. He was just there and I was like taking the ride with him. I was feeling everything he was feeling. I felt like I was in the story as Pudge. That's why I liked him I like him so much. But since he's not very interesting as a character, that's why he's number 5 on this list. Coming in at number 4 is Levi from Rainbow Rowell's Fangirl. I did a Fiction Friday about this way back when I first started doing YouTube videos, and I have feelings for Levi that just are positive and happy. Like, he's just a sweetheart. He's just a very positive character. He's a very supportive character. And what I liked about him is that he made it very clear to Kath that he wants to date her. Like, he just wants to be with her. But I think also at the same time, he was more concerned with building their friendship, because Kath made it very clear that she didn't want to date him. She was very adamant, and she made him work if she was going to say, yes, I want to be your girlfriend. And he was okay with that, from what I can remember at least. It's been almost a year since I've read this book. Yeah, he was just very supportive of Kath. He was kind of her rock, and he was just there for her. And He's one of the things I love so much about this book, because he's so understanding. He understands that there are boundaries and he doesn't push them. He knows his place, I think, with Kath, and he's not gonna try and mess that up. So yeah, Levi is a good character in my book. Coming in at number 3 is another John Green character, and that is Gus from The Fault in Our Stars. Now, yes, I know this book is kind of overrated at this point, and admittedly, the whole cigarette metaphor just makes Gus kind of sound pretentious. That metaphor alone is the reason why a lot of people don't like Gus, and maybe even this book in general. But I do like Gus kind of for the same reasons of Levi. He's a very supportive character of Hazel. He's very loving. He's very nurturing. And while he does want to be with Hazel, I think he also puts in an effort to be Hazel's friend too. I think where Levi was more concerned about being her friend before her boyfriend, I do think Gus was kind of the opposite. He wanted to be her boyfriend and then her friend. But I don't know. He was still such a good character, and he's such a tragic character too. If you've read the book, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, I won't spoil it. But he's just got a lot of sadness around him towards the end of the book anyway. And he's enjoyable to read. I found him enjoyable. I know there are a lot of people that don't like him, but I like him. I enjoyed him, and that's why he's on this list. Coming in just right below the all-time favorite, we have none other than Charlie from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I love this book. This book is one of very few books that when I finished it, I felt so happy. I felt genuinely happy. I had a big, genuine smile across my face when I finished this book. And 90% of that reason was because of Charlie. He's such a special character to me. And I don't know, like there's just something about him that just makes me want to protect him and put him in my pocket and give him just a big old hug and tell him everything's gonna be okay. I mean, admittedly, he's got a little bit of growing up to do, but he's a high school freshman. Everybody's gonna be kind of naive and pure as a high school freshman. And I just related to him so much. I don't have like the anxiety he has, and I don't have any of the kind of backstory he has, but he's so optimistic and he's so full of hope. He's just the sweetest little thing on the planet. And I have so much love for Charlie and this book in general. I'm actually, as I'm talking, why didn't I put him as number one? But I do know why I didn't put him as number one, because number one I just love more than anybody else, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, number two, Charlie from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Great book, great character. And now for my number one favorite fictional character, and that is none other than Leo Valdez from Rick Riordan's Heroes of Olympus series. I have the very last book in the series just because he's in 5 and I'm not about to hold up 5 books. Oh man, I love Leo Valdez. The Heroes of Olympus fandom is not happy with Leo Valdez, but I honestly don't care. I have so much love for Leo Valdez. He's everything I kind of want to be. He's funny. He's witty. He's so smart too. Like that's Rick Riordan gives him his credit. He does. He's so smart. He's so funny. He's so creative. Oh, he's just got this tragic backstory. Well, not necessarily tragic, but he's got a backstory that it is sad. And I love him so much. The reason why he's number one and not Charlie is because when I was putting this list together, he was the first character I put down. Like I had to think about Charlie. I had to remember Charlie existed. But Leo, I put down and I like, yes, he's my favorite male character of anything I've ever read before. So there you go. There are my top 5 favorite fictional male characters. Let me know if you agree with anybody on my list. Do you like anybody that I included? If you don't, make sure, and this is something I never do just because I keep forgetting about it, put in the comments below who your favorite characters are, or just your favorite male character. And yeah, I want to know, if you decide to write a comment, that is. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up. I'll appreciate that if you do. And if you like hearing me talk about books and reading and things like that, go ahead and hit subscribe and you'll never miss a video of mine. I post videos every Wednesday and the first Friday of every month, or at least I try to. And yeah, I will see you guys on Friday with a Fiction Friday. So bye! Yes, I know there wasn't a video last week, and you know what? I don't care. I mean, did you hear Lemonade by Beyonce? Enough said.